Welcome back. I'm Dr. Shauna Shapiro, and I'm delighted to be here with you. Let's begin by arriving together. Allow your eyes to close and gather your attention into the body, into this moment. Arriving here, now. Feel your breath and see if you can just rest with the natural flow of breathing in and out, oxygenating the body with each in-breath, releasing with each out-breath, bringing an attitude of kindness and curiosity to whatever's here. And then inviting in your intention. What is most important? Why are you here? Again, setting the compass of your heart in the direction you want to head toward greater self-compassion, greater clarity, greater joy. And taking a few deeper breaths in and out. And as you're ready, you can let some light come back in through the eyes and stretch your arms above your head. Good. We'll begin today with a poem. It's called Late Fragment by Raymond Carver, and he wrote it while he was dying of cancer. And did you get what you wanted from this life, even so? I did. And what did you want? To call myself beloved, to feel myself beloved on this earth. I remember when I first heard that poem, how deeply it touched me and how radical it seemed to be able to call yourself beloved. 11 years ago, I went through a painful divorce. I was hurt and alone. The damage was irreparable and the choice to leave inevitable, but still I felt like a failure. No one in my family had ever divorced. My grandparents had been married for 70 years, my parents 40. All my aunts and uncles have thriving marriages, and my sister was and still is happily married to her college sweetheart. Marriage in my family was sacrosanct. The prospect of upending my life was terrifying, but that was nothing compared to my fear of how the divorce would affect our 3-year-old son, Jackson. Despite my fears, I packed up everything I could fit into my tiny car, buckled Jackson into his car seat, and drove to Marin County, California, where my grandparents lived. I needed to be close to family, and Nana and Grandpa were my home. A week later, a soft beam of sunshine woke me. I blinked my eyes open, taking in the bare walls around me. I was lying on the floor of our new apartment with Jackson snuggled in my arms. We had no furniture yet, so I'd zipped together 2 sleeping bags to make a little nest for us. As the rising sun filled the room, I could feel my love for Jackson filling my heart. It gave me strength to keep going, one small step at a time. And yet, over the next several weeks, with each step forward, I seemed to take 2 backwards. I was adjusting to life as a single parent, juggling childcare, commuting 3 hours round trip to teach at the university. My life felt overwhelming. This was not how I imagined things would be. I felt exhausted and hopeless. I was trying so hard, but each morning I'd wake with the same aching pit of fear and shame in my gut. If only I had, or how am I going to handle it when this happens? I couldn't seem to shake the self-judgment and the sense that I had failed. There was no space for self-compassion, no space for self-kindness, no space for joy. Friends, family, colleagues all saw the pain I was in. Many offered support and ideas. One of my meditation teachers suggested I begin each day by saying, "I love you, Shauna." I immediately balked. Yuck, it felt so contrived and inauthentic. She noticed my hesitation and suggested, How about simply saying, "Good morning, Shauna?" And then with a wink, she added, "Try putting your hand on your heart when you say it. It releases oxytocin, which is good for you, you know." She knew the science would win me over, so the next morning when I awoke, I resolutely put my hand on my heart, took a breath, and said, "Good morning, Shauna." Much to my surprise, it was kind of nice. Instead of the avalanche of shame and anxiety that usually greeted me, I felt a flash of kindness. I practiced saying "Good morning, Shauna" every day, and over the next few weeks, I began to notice subtle changes. A bit less harshness, a bit more kindness. A few months later was my birthday. I woke just before dawn and put my hand on my heart, preparing to do my good morning practice. An image of my grandmother came to me, and the next thing I knew, I was saying, "Good morning. I love you, Shauna. Happy birthday." The dam around my heart gave way and a flood of love poured in. I felt my grandmother's love. I felt my mother's love. I felt my own self-love. I wish I could tell you that my life has been a bubble of self-compassion ever since and that I've never again experienced shame or self-judgment. But of course, that's not true. What is true is that I continue to practice, that this pathway of self-kindness was established. And every morning when I put my hand on my heart, I'm strengthening it. What you practice grows stronger. Some days it feels awkward, some days I feel lonely and raw, but some days I feel profound love. Whatever I feel, I keep practicing, and every morning this pathway of self-compassion grows stronger. So I'd like to practice with you. I always do the "Good morning, I love you" practice first thing when I wake up while lying in bed. I place my hand on my heart and take a moment to simply feel the connection, to receive this tender gesture of self-care. So why don't you continue with me, whatever time of day it is, you can place your hand on your heart and just focus on the palm, touching your chest, feeling the heart pulsing. Feel how your heart is taking care of you, sending oxygen and nutrients to the trillions of cells in your body. The heart knows exactly how to take care of you. You don't have to control it or even think about it. Simply receive the nourishment. And when you're ready, take a breath and say, "Good morning," and your own name. Or if you're feeling really brave, "Good morning, I love you." Notice how this makes you feel. Can you be curious and kind to whatever arises? There's no right or wrong way to feel. We simply feel what we're feeling and notice it with kindness. Trust that you're planting the seeds of compassion for yourself and that these seeds will continue to grow and strengthen. And as you're ready, perhaps sending these seeds of blessings out into the world, offering the phrase, "Good morning, I love you," to anyone who comes to mind. It could be to your children or your puppy dog or your grandparents or your parents, your dear friend, your love. Whoever comes to mind, just offering this kindness. Recognize that we're never just practicing for ourselves, that everything we do has echoes in the universe. So taking another moment to simply receive the nourishment of this practice, recognizing that if we create a habit of greeting ourselves with love each morning, that these first moments of our day can transform the rest of the moments of our day, our lives, and the lives of others. So, pausing and reflecting on a highlight from this session, and just choosing your key takeaway, the one gold nugget you want to encode in your long-term memory, staying with it for the next breath or two. And then just thanking yourself, feeling gratitude for your dedication and your practice, and trust that the seeds you are planting will continue to grow. I look forward to continuing with you for our last session.